We're going to start today's Lynn Zoning Board of Appeals meeting, July 15th, 2025 at 7 p.m. If we can have a roll call of those present, please.
Member Payas? Present. Member Marcy? Absent. Member Gilrain? Member Christopher? Absent. Member Maggio? Absent. Member Olson?
Present.
Member Crowitz? Present. Member Lopez Hernandez?
Present. All right, we have a quorum. Before we get to today's business, in relation to the meeting minutes for our last meeting, are there any changes? If not, entertaining a motion to approve such minutes.
So moved.
All right, we have a motion. We have a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All right. We will start with case number 10113.
13.
Yes.
509, 515 Boston Street, Lynn, Massachusetts. Parcel number 038 325 013. Petitioner Ashley Ramirez, 25 Trinity Avenue, Lynn, Massachusetts. By her attorney Samuel A. Vitale, Zoning Board 10113 case. To permit pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 40, Section 6, and City of Lynn Zone Ordinance, Section 5, a change in use for a pre-existing non-conforming business used thereafter for varied retail uses, including now a tattoo shop to be changed in use to a coffee shop. Takeout only. Finding that such a change in use is not substantially more detrimental in effect to the neighborhood, Mass General Laws, Chapter 40, Section 6 states, pre-existing non-conforming structures or uses may be extended or altered, provided that no such extension or alteration shall be permitted unless there is a finding by the permit granting authority that such change, extension, or alteration shall not be substantially more detrimental than the existing.
Thank you. And we also have a communication from Attorney Vitale on behalf of the petitioner. If we can have a reading of this communication before we start.
That this is addressed to Chairperson Lopez Hernandez. The subject case request is made to withdraw without prejudice the application submitted in case number 101136 509 515 Boston Street. After submission, it was determined that an eating place in the B2 district is now a permitted use with the changes adopted June 24, 2025 to the zone ordinance and zone district map. Also, the applicant is unable at this time to secure an assignment of the lease or new lease from the property owner. Because of foregoing request that the board consider return of the $500 filing fee, but not the $375 advertising fee. Thank you for our consideration. Very truly yours, Samuel A. Vitale, attorney for the petitioner, Ashley Ramirez.
Thank you, Mr. Olson. Attorney Vitale, do you want to give any words before we address?
This is an example of sort of the bridge. We filed one under the old ordinance. Ashley got a letter, believe it or not, the day before they considered the new ordinance and the respect to the eating place is now a permitted use. So the nonconformity was, there was, I don't know if you're familiar with the area, but Bridge Street leads right, if you look, came down Water Hill and went down Bridge, the building's right there, there's a tattoo place there. Her brother's a barber at the barber shop that's adjoining the tattoo place. And so she wanted to put a coffee shop. We found, I couldn't believe it, in 1925 or 26, it was a coffee place. But now the city has recognized on the new zone map that that district is a B2 district in which an eating place is a permitted use. And the second part of it is that the tattoo place has an existing lease, and so she's dealing with the landlord. They probably made the place more valuable by making it now a legitimate business place. So because she hasn't perfected that, and because if in fact she perfects that, it's a matter of right. That's the reason for this request.
All right. Thank you. Is there any questions? The ask is pretty straightforward on the communication that we have. I would move to withdraw without prejudice the application for 509, 515 Boston Street, and allowing for the return of the $500 filing fee only and specifically. Is there any more?
I think the return would be for the $375.
Oh, for the $375
Yes.
Advertising fee.
Yeah.
Mention that there's only 4 members to him.
There's only 4 members?
Yep, right now.
Okay. Yeah. I think we feel.
Okay.
Is there any motion, second on the motion on the table? All right, we have a second. I believe it was Member Payas. And then we can go for a roll call.
Okay. Member Payas? A motion to give him back just his fee, not advertising. And to withdraw without prejudice.
Yeah.
Okay. Member Olson?
Yes, with return of the filing fee.
And to withdraw without prejudice.
Withdraw without prejudice.
Member Crowitz? Yes. And Member Lopez Hernandez?
Yes, the withdraw without prejudice and the return of the fee.
Okay.
All right. So we are done there with case 10113. We are still awaiting one more member who should be on the way so that we have a full board so we can take a vote with the full board present. I would entertain a motion for an additional 5-minute recess. So motion, all those in favor, aye.
Aye.
All right, 5-minute recess. And now
You want your gavel?
we've heard that the petitioner will be okay with the current composition of the board, so we will be moving forward. So next up will be addressing case 10112. If we can have a reading of the case, please.
Yeah, open up case number 10112, 415 Summer Street, Lynn, Massachusetts. Parcel number 036766012. Ivan Soto, owner under agreement, 90 Border Street, Dedham, Massachusetts, by his attorney Samuel A. Vitale, zoning board, case 10112. To permit, pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 40, Section 6, and City of Lynn Zone Ordinance, Section 5, a change in use for a pre-existing non-conforming building built around 1900, used thereafter for varied retail uses, including now a dry cleaner, to be changed in use to packages, pickup, and delivery service, finding that such a change in use is not substantially more detrimental in effect to the neighborhood. Mass General Law, Chapter 40, Section 6 states, pre-existing non-conforming structures or uses may be extended or altered, provided that no such extension or alteration shall be permitted unless there is a finding by the permit granting authority that such change, extension, or alteration shall not be substantially more detrimental than the existing non-conforming use to the neighborhood.
Thank you, Mr. Olson, and we'll start by getting word from the petitioner.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm Attorney Vitale. With me is the proposed buyer's agent. This is the current owner. And as the Mr. Olson read, this building was built in the 1900s. Zoning came into the city of Lynn, the first zoned ordinance, in 1925 and 1926. And then I submitted to you a copy of the 1926 city directory that shows a variety store in 1926. It was a business use. And over the years, it's been continuously used for business purposes in almost 50 years or 60 years, a dry cleaning place. It's on the corner of Witt and Summer Street. It was in, I believe, an R4 district, which is a residential district, which meant that the use as a dry cleaner or as a variety store was non-conforming under the then zone map. So this is another one that's affected by the change in the zone ordinance, but it sort of goes this way. It goes this way by the fact that now it's in the business district, so that the dry cleaning, which was a nonconformity, the real question here is the change in use from dry cleaner to package pickup. But that's under the new zone ordinance is called retail personal service, which is a permitted use in that district now. So really now the nonconformity is that the lot has never changed in size, the building has never changed in size, there is no proposal to change, we can't change the lot size, and there's no proposal to change the building size. But the nonconformities, I believe, are these. Instead of it being a non-conforming use, it's a non-conforming structure. It's non-conforming because the new zone ordinance is an improvement on the old zone ordinance with respect to some of the dimensional requirements, but not necessarily all. So my review leads me to believe that the current non-conformities as to the new zone ordinance table of dimensional regulations are these three. In the B2, you need 50 feet of frontage. This lot's got 40 point something. In the B2, you don't need a sideline, you don't need a rear yard unless, and the unless is you abut a residential district. There used to be a footnote that said if you abutted a residential district or any place used as a residence. Then now it says if you abut a residential district. So when they did the zone map, that strip that goes along Summer Street has been zone B2, but behind it, immediately behind it, is a residential district. So because of that, the current dimensional requirement, if you abut a residential district, is 15 feet. We don't have 15 feet. We do have a rear yard, it's maybe 4 or 5 feet, but not 15. And as I indicated, we don't have the front at 40, that's the size of the lot. As far as the sidelines, if you didn't abut a residential district, it's 0. And the sum total is 0. But if you abut a residential district, and I take abut to mean not just on either side, but we abut at the rear. But if that applies, then we don't have the 7.5 and a 7.5. So the building is non-conforming. But since we're not increasing the size of the building, then I think we're protected. That's what nonconformity is. It's sort of a grandfathered either structure or a grandfathered use. Originally, I thought we needed to deal with the use, but now that's been resolved, but the building stays the same. And so what you need to determine is if we don't change the size of the building and it doesn't conform to the new zone ordinance on the dimension, is that substantially more detrimental in its effect on the neighborhood? And with respect to the neighborhood, Councilor Hogan indicated that he would support this proposal because it's a continuation of a business that serves, customers and citizens of Lynn. In some ways, it's analogous. You drop off your shirts, you come back and you pick up your laundry, you drop off your package, and they pick it up and they deliver it. And so in terms of the impact in the neighborhood, I don't think it's detrimental at all. It's certainly not substantially more detrimental, and that's the reason we ask for the so-called 40A6 finding.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Vitale. I will start with a few questions here just from the packet of information that we have that we received for review. This is probably directed more to ISD or Attorney Lamanna. I see that the letter from ISD getting a request for zoning determination dated June 27th still identifies the property in the R3 district. Is this because this opinion was given before the new zoning ordinance was fully appropriated, or? It's R3?
I think if you look at the corner of Witt and Summer, it's salmon colored, which I think is B2. In fact, in my application, I said R4 or B2. I don't think it was ever R3. I think it was R4.
The official opinion right now of the city is that it is located in R3, not B2. Okay. All right. The other question that I had in terms of having spoken with Councilor Hogan and being supportive of the petition, is there anything in writing?
Excuse me?
Is there anything in writing?
He said I can show it to you on my phone.
That's fine. Any questions from the?
He also signed a fabulous red, so.
Yeah. Any other questions from the board members on this?
I'm assuming you're going to do some sort of renovation to the building so that it looks nicer. Yes, yes. I was concerned about that. Thank you.
the building be improved, but it's not gonna be, there's a difference between improved and enlarged.
I don't think you want to start a new business with the building looking like that.
It's not gonna be a new building, but it's going to be new facade.
That's just
You
how
know,
I think that's the word. She thought it before I did. Good for you.
And just to confirm from my end, building footprint not changing, building footprint not changing.
No, no enlargement of the building, no changing of the dimensions. Many businesses have been there, they've all used that, basic shell. But the dry cleaner's been there many years.
Package receiving service. Do you expect an additional amount of traffic than what you were seeing over the past years? No?
No, I don't think so.
Because what happens is, I understand the package business is that people drop off their packages or they pick them up. And if you look in front of there's a one business, 15-minute parking, whatever. But at the rear, ultimately, there's space, I think, for 2 vehicles to come in at the rear. And so when they pick up packages, they'll just bring a caravan truck in, pick them up and take them and deliver.
What will be the hours?
Normal hours, 9 to 5, and maybe Saturdays.
Okay, so no overnight.
No Sundays, no, I don't.
The laundromat, what were the hours for the laundromat?
It's cleaning.
I mean, the cleaners, I'm sorry.
93,
9 to 3, okay.
that's his thing.
Okay, that's good. So there's no like big trucks delivering?
No. There's no furniture moving, there's no, it's just, picking up and dropping off.
Yeah, no backup alarms at 3 in the morning?
No.
Thank you.
Any other questions, comments from the board? All right, well, thank you very much. And now we will move on to anybody else who would like to speak in favor of the petition that might be here for this case. Anybody else in favor? Going once, going twice. All right, we will move to anybody here that would like to speak against the petition. Anybody here who would like to speak against? All right, seeing none, what is the wish of the board?
I think I'd like to make a motion to grant as a pre-existing non-conforming use in this district for pre-existing business and maintaining that. And any of the side, the non-conformances is the use for R3, but also the dimensional requirements associated with that.
Okay. I will second that. I do have a question in terms of Attorney Vitale's explanation of the switcheroo. The current zoning code, and we'll be having a conversation with the planning department, giving us an update on how this will function now. But currently, the new zoning code is not allowing for the zoning board of appeals to approve any deviations in uses, right? Like uses, changes in use.
To the new code, you're talking.
Yeah, under the new code.
There's 5 that allow some use variances, but internally we were discussing, and there's many questions on internally that may or may not come to the board, and we just want to make sure we get the answer right. But there does seem to be some language in section 5 of the ordinance that allows it. As a general matter, use variances are not permitted.
Okay.
There's going to be, I think, an error.
There's no concerns with this one. Okay.
Yeah, it's more of a
I don't
pre-existing.
think this is a use variance. I think this is a non-conformity.
Right.
In its current zoning ordinance, adopts the state statute, which says that if you change a non-conforming use, you need the approval of the planning.
Yep. All right.
It's more housekeeping.
So we have a motion from Olson, member Olson. I second that. And I think we can move to a roll call.
Okay, so it's pre-existing non-conforming use and dimensional use.
Yes.
Okay. Member Payas,
Motion is,
to grant, okay. Member Olson,
Yes, the grant?
member Crowitz,
Yes, to grant with the stipulation that there's additions to the building.
So if that is a stipulation, that would have to be agreed by the motion bearer. Are you okay with that, Mr.
Yeah, I'll
Olson?
amend the motion as suggested.
Okay.
Need a second?
I second that to include it.
Okay. So Olson, Lopez, Hernandez. Okay. Member Crowitz, that new motion? And Member Payas, are you okay on that new motion? Okay.
Yes.
Member Lopez Hernandez?
Yes to grant with stipulations.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, to grant with stipulations.
All right. I think we're done. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I do have one more matter for the members here right now, and it is setting up a date for the planning department to come and visit us to give us a presentation and a training from our perspective. Have a good night.
Thank you.
From our perspective on the new zoning ordinance.
Do you want this taped or do you want to close the meeting?
I don't know if it that's a good question. Jim? Attorney Lomana, for the training with the planning department on the new zoning, is that considered a public meeting or can it be an executive session to ask questions to our city staff about how to interpret stuff or how stuff would be working with the new zoning?
It's a quorum, it would be an open meeting if we got into subjects about that could affect litigation, we can go into executive session.
Okay. Okay.
So if they're doing a training on the 24th for all the departments, is that considered a public meeting?
This is a general where every city employee can come and get a training, so I would not view that as a public hearing. If it's everyone, you're not going to be deliberating on any particular matter. You're just going to be hearing a presentation and may have questions, but there'll be no matter before you. So
I'm thinking that's more the take, that we have to understand it. So when it comes before us, we understand the language, a little bit about what the calculations are. Obviously, inspectional service will be doing a lot of those calculations for the petitioners, but we need to understand it and change. So do you think that training would suffice for us, or do you think we need a little bit more in-depth training and into the actual zoning nuances that would require a public hearing?
it may be after this meeting, you may be, and I may be more confused than I was before the meeting, so.
Okay.
I would just point out to the board that Assistant Director Lauren Drago did mention a little bit more specifically that although the training is for staff and there might be benefits on understanding how calculations are made or how things might be viewed by ISD, who is usually who interfaces with us on these cases, that at least the planning department feels that it is worthwhile to have a presentation with us.
Okay.
Having a time with us to go through it.
Okay.
It may be, multiple meetings might even be necessary. This is as you know, a complete rewrite of our code.
But there wouldn't be any issues with anybody who would like to jump into that staff 24 of July meeting, be able to listen in?
That's right. You're not going to be deliberating on anything. You're not going to make any votes. So this is just purely educational.
Yeah. I think I've attended some of those meetings personally as a member of this board.
Yep.
So I'll probably attend that. Like anything new, it takes you a few times to get familiar with it. You don't absorb it all sometimes in one bite or one sitting. So I think that would be helpful for me.
Those were a little bit more tricky in the sense that those working groups, we were debating what should be in the zone ordinance.
Right.
And it was, we made it deliberately not to have a majority member of the zoning board.
Exactly.
Or a majority member of the city council.
Right.
Here it's been passed. It's not something that, it's before anybody. It's just, this is how it affects you folks moving forward.
Okay, excellent.
So for the planning department to speak with us and be able to answer any questions, I was thinking about the 29th of July, which is a week prior to our next scheduled meeting of August 5th. You won't be able to make that? Okay.
That's when they're doing their training.
Yeah,
Is that when they're doing training?
They're doing training on the 29th between 4 and 5,
yeah.
Between 4 and 5.
unless they wanted to do a double session.
I mean,
4 and 5 take a break and come back and sing, and then
okay. I mean, we can do the 5th. It's just that it might be a long night
Yeah.
if we have extra cases. But I just want to have something on the calendar.
Oh, so it's just one, it looks like.
Oh, just
two.
one? I thought there was two.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
Two? Okay. So I will, can we just?
You want
put
the 5th?
Yeah, the 5th.
Okay.
It'll be 2 cases.
It was really well.
Hopefully not controversial and will not be 2 hours each one, but I think that we can set that.
okay.
Everybody will be here.
August 5th.
Oh,
Okay.
we should add that to the agenda and.
Right, I will.
Jump.
I will. And the room will be available anyway, so it will be good for us.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Attorney Lamana.
Thank you.
Motion to adjourn. All right. All those in favor,
Thank you.
say aye.